Welcome back, guys. In this new video I will be showing you how to draw the development for this truncated cylindrical prism. Yep, the development for this truncated cylindrical prism. Now first let us analyze this drawing and determine how we'll approach this. In most cases, whenever you have a plan, it is highly recommended that you draw the plan first, especially for cylindrical or objects that are shaped like this. You must draw the plan first, as that will be used to determine where these edges form. So for this, I'll be using I'll draw a circle or hexagon with inscribed hexagon with a diameter of what this says 40 and a height of 80. So the first thing would be to change to our construction layer, but we are already there. Next step is to draw my rectangle. For that I type REC for rectangle. Sorry, polygon, POL for polygon, enter. And number of sides I want in this case is 6, enter. Specify the center. I want the center to be here, left click here. I want this to be inscribed in a circle, and I turn on AutoCAD mode. I want the radius of this to be 20, 0, enter. That's that. Now my next step is to generate a polygon. I'll first draw a square which has this with a width equivalent to this distance. So from this end I will be drawing a vertical line up equivalent to the height of the figure. In this case, height is 60. So I go line, L for line, enter, left click here, up 60, 60, enter. My next step is to go to rectangle, REC for rectangle, enter, left click here and left click there. That is done. My next step is to draw a line, is to establish the distance between the front and the plan. To do that, I will be using a circle or a line. L for line, enter, left click here, let this be 20, 0, enter, escape. Now my next step is to move. Left click here and type M for move, enter. Click here as my base point, bring that up there, then delete this. So that is done. Once you have done that, now we can explode this. To explode, we first left click onto the circumference, then type X, just press the X key, then enter. That is now exploded. Alright, well, I didn't have to explode that. I could have used construction line. Yeah. So I'll be using construction line to generate these points right here. So for that, I type XL for construction line, enter. And then I'll be choosing vertical. Then I left click here, escape. Then trim, TR, enter. Left click, drag to the left, that goes. Left click, drag to the left, that is gone. And delete there, delete. So this is now done. My next step is to determine the angle for the truncated section. For that I'll be using circle here, and I'll be using a distance of 20 from here, 25, 20, let's use 30. or 25, 25, 25, enter. Yes. My next step would be to draw a line from here down to this point here. Then use polyline. PL, enter. Left click here, left click there, left click there, left click there, then C, enter. Space bar to reactivate line. Left click here, left click there, space bar to reactivate, left click here, left click there, enter. That is done. I could use match property now to change this line to that. So for that I type MA4 match property, then enter. Left click on the circumference, then left click here, then escape. That is now done. Now it's now time for us to draw the development. To do that, I will be changing to my construction layer. Yep. Then I'll be drawing a line. So now I will need to establish the distance for one of this side. Alright, so this distance is a line. So this distance is that 20. That is 20. So if that is 20, 6 times 20 is 120, right? 120. So I'll be drawing a line from here, starting distance here, 120. 120, enter, enter. 120. That's 120. That is done. My next step is to divide this line into 6 equal parts. 6 equal parts. So div, enter. Select object to be divided. Left click here. Number of segments that I want, 6, enter. Now remember guys that you must read the command bar every step of the way. It is of great importance. Now that we have done that, our next step is to label these points. Label them or number them. So for that I go to text, single line. This is number, enter to accept that, number 1, number 2, number 3, 4, 5, 6, and here would have been 1, 1, and 5. Here would have been 2 and 4. Here would have been 3. Here would have been 6. Then click outside and escape. Now that we have drawn that, so my next step is to use rectangle to generate these points. Yeah. Oh, I need to do the same thing down here as well. I need to number these. So text here would have been let here be, I want to start here. Well, I would need to determine where I want to split this object. Yeah, if I want to split this object at 3, I would then label this point 3. Here would have been, let's label this. So I want to split this here. So this is 3. This should have been 2, then 1, or so I want to split it here. So probably I should have labeled this accordingly. Label this just like that. Yeah. Probably I should, but it's okay. So this would have been, I don't want to confuse you guys. I really should have labeled this one starting here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but this is 1, this is 3, this is 2, this is 1, then this is 6. So we're going back. This is 6, then next one is 5, 5, then we go to 4, back to 4, then 3. Click outside, escape. Oh, what look at that? I entered a rotation angle. Rotate RO, enter. Specify the base point. The base point would have been here. Rotation angle minus 90. Enter. Oh, undo. So you have to be careful, guys, that you don't enter any angle. Alright, that you don't enter up any angle for this. Otherwise the text will be aligned at that angle. Probably I should just delete them and start over. Delete text, text, enter. Specify the start point. Left click here. Angle, see the angle is 90. It should have been 0. Enter. It should have been 0. And this is, we say this is 3. All right, let's label it 1. Let's label it 1 to avoid confusion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and back to 1. Click outside and escape. Now, it is important to note that if you want to cut the object here, you should label this point 1. If you intend to split this object open at this point, you will need to click to start 1 here. What I did, I started my 1 here, which means that I would need to open the object here. Right? Very important to note. Yeah, so Sir makes mistake as well. So now that we have that, I can delete this. And my next step is to use rectangle. I feel like using a different color for this. Let me use this color. So rectangle, and I left click at 1 here, then go down to 1 right here. So I have a first point right here. Space bar to reactivate. I left click at 2, then I go down to 2 on this. That is the second point. Space bar to reactivate. Left click at 3, which is right here. Then go down to 3 right here. Left click on 4, space bar to reactivate. Left click at 4. 4 is here. 4 is here. 4 is here. 4 is here. Left click on 4. Space bar to reactivate. Left click at 5. And 5 is here. Space bar to reactivate. Left click at 6. And 6 is here. Go back to 1 where we start. Left click here. Left click here at 1, then go back to 1, then go back to 1 right here. Yeah, so now I'm gonna join these points. So 1 to 1 with polyline. So I'm going to my outline layer, outline, and 1 polyline PL. So turn off auto. So one is right here, where what one is here. Here is one. Here is one. One goes to two. Two is right here. Three is right here. Three is right here. Four is right here. 5 and 5 is right here. 6 is right here. Yeah. And we go back to 1. 1 is right here. 1 is right here. And of course we go down here, go right here, and we go back to here, enter. Then we spacebar to reactivate, left click here, left click here. Spacebar to reactivate, left click here, left click here. Spacebar to reactivate, left click here, left click here. Spacebar to reactivate, left click here, left click there. Spacebar to reactivate, left click here, left click here. So we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Yeah. And please note that this shape like this based on where we cut the figure. So wherever we open the figure at is referred to as number 1. So I label this number 1. It means that the figure was cut here at number 1. And this is the pattern that we need to create in order to draw the development for that. Yes, so there we go. We have just drawn the development for a truncated cylindrical hexagon. Yep. Of course, guys, do like and subscribe. If you like what I'm doing, support.